You ever hear about a world record and think, wait, someone actually did that? Some of these records are so out there, you almost wonder if people just wake up one day and decide, you know what? I'm going to do something so bizarre it'll end up in the record books forever. Well, get ready because today I'm diving into some of the strangest, wildest, and most jaw-dropping world records ever set. These are the kinds of records that make you question reality, and maybe even inspire you to try something wild yourself. And trust me, these aren't your average fastest runner or tallest person records. These are the ones you'll be talking about at your next trivia night, or maybe even bringing up at a party just to see everyone's reactions. Alright, let's kick things off with the record for the most t-shirts worn at once. This one's a classic, but it never gets old. Believe it or not, a guy named Sanath Bandara from Sri Lanka squeezed on a whopping 257 t-shirts in 2011. That's right, 257. Just imagine the patience, the planning, and the sheer determination it must have taken to pull that off. That's so many layers. He basically turned himself into a walking laundry pile. I mean, at that point, you're not just wearing clothes, you're basically a human closet. Imagine trying to move, let alone breathe with all that cotton wrapped around you. I get uncomfortable just thinking about wearing 2 sweaters in winter, let alone hundreds of t-shirts. Now, if you think that's wild, what about the world's largest bubblegum bubble? This one takes some serious lung power and a whole lot of practice. Chad Fell from the USA blew a bubble that measured 20 inches in diameter, without using his hands. That's almost the size of a beach ball, and he did it just with his breath. I don't know about you, but I can barely keep my gum inside my mouth half the time. The idea of blowing a bubble that big without it popping all over your face? That's next level skill. Here's one for the pet lovers, the fastest 100 meters on a skateboard. By a dog. Yes, you heard that right, a dog. That's right, Otto the Bulldog from Peru rolled into the record books in 2015. Not only did he master skateboarding, but he did it with style. He didn't just skate, he cruised right through the legs of 30 people lined up in a row. That's coordination, confidence, and a whole lot of cuteness all rolled into one. You know you've made it when your pet is more talented than you. I mean, most of us are just trying to get our dogs to sit, and Otto's out here breaking world records. Switching gears, let's talk about food. Because if there's one thing people love, it's setting records for eating their favorite meals. The record for the most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime belongs to Don Gorski. This guy is a true fast food legend. As of 2021, he'd eaten over 32,000 Big Macs. That's not a typo, 32,000. He's been keeping track since 1972, and he's still going strong. That's basically a Big Mac a day, for almost 50 years. Imagine having the same meal every single day and never getting tired of it. That's some serious commitment to the cause. I mean, talk about dedication. Most of us can't even stick to a New Year's resolution for a month, and this guy's been eating Big Macs for decades. And finally, for the daredevils, the longest time spent in full-body contact with ice. This one is not for the faint of heart. Valerian Romanowski from Poland stayed buried in ice for 3 hours and 28 seconds. That's over 3 hours of pure, freezing endurance. I get cold just thinking about it. Most of us can't even handle a cold shower, let alone being surrounded by ice for hours. And these are just a handful of the wild records out there. From people balancing lawnmowers on their chins to the largest rubber band ball ever made, the world is full of folks pushing the limits of what's possible. And sometimes, what's just plain weird. So, next time you think your hobby is a little odd, just remember, someone out there is breaking records for it. Maybe your quirky passion could be the next big thing. Which of these blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more mind-boggling trivia, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you've got a weird talent, maybe you'll be the next record breaker I talk about. See you in the next one.